Hello and welcome, Crystal Slaves, citizens of Equestria, to the Hail King Sombra Patreon account. I am Nyx, your Time Witch on this journey. Whether you're from the past, present, or future, my King of Shadows and I welcome you to his world. It is our mission that through this account we may dispel some of the unfounded rumors, fears, and much maligned propaganda about King Sombra that has been unjustly spread by a certain alicorn princess of the sun who shall remain nameless. We're also gathering funds to help rebuild his body, fund extradition papers to an as-of-yet undisclosed location where he may yet again assume the throne of a worthy empire, bringing it to a prosperous, powerful state from which to wage war, engage in diplomatic dialogue with the current rulers of this modern-day Equestria. This is where you slaves, servants of his glorious self, come in. For what is a king without a kingdom with willing followers? Why, a king of no kingdom, of course. But we all know that even though he was banished for 1,000 years and blown to bits upon his return, good can never truly banish the darkness, especially a darkness as powerful and as seductive as his royal self. There are thousands of you out there. We've observed 1,000 faithful followers alone on the King Sombra fanfiction group on femfiction.net. News stories and artwork come out daily on websites all across the whole of Equestria with no end in sight. You are a mighty nation who needs their leader and his iron hoof to guide you. For those among his faithful, we strive to please our king and are rewarded in return by having our deepest, darkest fantasies realized. For our king is the master of corruption, of seduction of the innocent, and binder of our wills to his in both body and mind. He's famously quoted during the fall of the Crystal Empire as saying, "The best kind of slave is one who is willing," and no truer statement could be found in all the ancient archives of the Crystal Empire that house his vast wisdom. For those who have never tasted his dark desires, I, Nyx, his official scribe, have been authorized to tempt, taunt, and tease you with his sexy, smoky, somber tales, and where you pledge enough to include your character in name as well as in spirit in an original work of King Sombra's tales, displaying it for all his subjects to see on femfiction.net. What better way to publicly laud the King of Shadows and herald his return to Equestria than to openly pledge your dark devotion to his services and his desires? So pledge your earnings from the mines of the Crystal Empire to his service today. Do not hesitate, for soon he will return, be it here or in an alternative timeline. Pledge, and he will reward you well by fulfilling your deepest desires for war, conquest, bondage, and or his dark love.